Hey, TikTok, YouTube, and all you internet people out there. Clue Man here. So I'm leaving for Puerto Rico today, and not sure when I'll be on here making another video, so I thought I'd go on a little bit of a rant today. I was always taught the three things you don't talk about in public and in mixed company is religion, politics, and economics. And yet, all of my videos pretty much focus on one of those three things. So I think today I want to talk to you a little bit about religion. I have never minded anyone being a Christian as long as they lived it, as long as they were very Jesus-like. Now, what do I mean by that? Yeshua, aka Jesus, my understanding of his teachings and preachings were all about love, acceptance, tolerance, and inclusion. And that is the exact opposite of what the modern day evangelical is. Okay? And the biggest one was not to judge people. It's not your place to judge. That's my understanding in Christianity, that they're going to be judged by their Creator once they pass on to the next life or go stand in front of the pearly gates. That it's up to the Creator to judge people, not us to judge other people. Okay? And this is going to really piss off you Retrumplicans and you Republicans and you right-wing evangelicals, but Yeshua, aka Jesus, the Messianic Hebrew carpenter, he was probably the most woke person of his day. And that's why the Hasidic and Orthodox Jews and the Romans were so afraid of him, because he was trying to wake people up and educate them, bring them on board, and his opponents just wanted to keep everybody ignorant and asleep. And that's very much like the Republican Party right now. If you think about back during 9/11, when America and the world really were quick to demonize Islam, which for the most part is a very peaceful religion. But you had these imams in mosques taking ignorant, illiterate young people and teaching them just the Quran and just the parts of the Quran that were very specific about, if you don't believe the way we believe, you should be killed or wiped out. And they basically radicalized these young Muslim men. Okay, they became radicalized fundamentalist Muslims. So you had them doing terrorist activities. It was easy to brainwash them. Well, I would posit that today we have radicalized fundamentalist Christians. I've seen videos on this forum, on TikTok, of pastors and preachers preaching violence from the pulpit, preaching that gays and lesbian and trans people should be lined up and shot in the head. Okay? That's radicalized fundamentalist Christianity, if they're teaching that stuff. So, if you don't think you can have a radicalized fundamentalist Christian, just like you can have a radicalized fundamentalist Muslim, then you're not the sharpest cheese on the cracker. It's really clear what's going on in our country today. And I'm going to say this to you good Christians, okay? How do you think God would speak to you? Do you think you'd be sitting quietly at home in your chair and he'd say, "Henry, you need to listen to me"? No. He's not going to talk to you like that. I would posit that your conscience is where God would speak to you, okay? So if you were standing in a voting booth and struggling with your conscience over whether to check the box next to Donald J. Trump, that was probably God telling you, don't do it. Don't vote for the Antichrist. And if you did it, that's on your conscience now. Okay? You know he's a convicted sex offender and probably going to be found guilty of treason, high treason, for sharing our secrets with our enemies. That's going to be on your conscience, okay? That's how God would speak to a person, is through their conscience. If you do something wrong and or something you shouldn't do, if you sin, that would weigh on your conscience. But if you're a good person and you treat people well and you don't judge them, okay, then your conscience can be clear. So, what are you going to do as a Christian these days? Are you going to be a radicalized fundamentalist, evangelical, white nationalist, white supremacist, homophobe, xenophobe, transphobe, misogynist piece of shit? Or are you going to listen to your conscience because you know what's right and love everybody, include everybody, okay? Tolerate everybody. Don't judge people. It's up to you to choose. There's your clues. See you when I get back from Puerto Rico. I might drop a video while I'm down there, but there's a little rant for today from the Clue Man. Peace.